Good evening and welcome to Vision of Asia, the news you can trust in events that move and celebrate our very own South Asian community. I am Pia Jyoti Kachru coming to you from our ITV Gold studio in New Jersey. In today's weekly edition on Vision of Asia, we have Mayor Joshi announcing plans for $1.5 million in state funding for 6th largest municipality in New Jersey, along with a look at the Haridam Mandir Patotso. We also have Kalashri School of Arts presenting the very first Bharatnatyam, Kuchipudi, Mohiniyattam, Arangetram in the history of prestigious Carnegie Hall in New York City. And we have highlights from books on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's relationship with the Sikh community internationally released by NID Foundation at Chicago. We will be right back after these short messages. Stay tuned. Namaskar, and I have with me Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parekh in our weekly show this week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parekh on ITV Gold. And मैं हूँ Pia. And let's welcome Dr. Parekh. Dr. Parekh, namaskar.
Namaskar, namaskar.
Welcome, and
Namaskar.
It's an honor to be talking to you, and I really, enjoy talking to you. So, मेरा पहला सवाल, it's about the Sri Lanka crisis right now, और मेरे दो सवाल हैं उसके लिए. So we have a majoritarian popular government in Sri Lanka, which has lost control completely. And now, how the things are happening there. So tell me, what caused all this?
Well, I think this government was there. It was very popular a few years ago when they came first time. Mm-hmm. They did some good work too, but then they end up getting into the lot of infrastructure, borrowed a lot of money beyond their means from the China, and and then also there was just like any other developing country, there's a lot of nepotism and corruption. And it was run by one family. A whole Rajapaksa family was there, president, prime minister, vice president, governor of the Reserve Bank. Everyone is from the family. So everything was so kind of not, let's put it better way, not transparent at all. And that leads to this kind of problem. And then COVID came, and the main economy of the Ceylon, Sri Lanka, is a tourism. And tourism completely shut down because of the COVID. And so their income kind of affected badly, and they had a lot of debt, and now they cannot even fulfill the debt. And they are literally bankrupt. And that's what happened. And so, in short, I think Rajapaksa government morally and kind of betrayed the people of the Sri Lanka.
Bilkul, and it's right now, it's like people are really, they're angry over the whole thing. So, mera dusra sawal to you is that, this being like India's immediate neighbor, what role should India play?
Well, India has no choice but to support the Sri Lanka government, whichever government comes after now. President is gone today, so whichever government comes, most likely multi-party government will come. It's called National Unity Government. And India has no choice but to help the Sri Lanka, both monetarily as well as support the people of the Sri Lanka with the grain and commodities and day-to-day essential things.
So, I have this thing, and first of all, I wanted to congratulate you because you had gone to India and you got felicitated there. And I know you had an amazing trip in India. So, definitely you got felicitated for the Lifetime Award. So, on Parekh Philanthropy and community events, what's next?
Well, next is I will keep doing what I'm doing it more, because I always believe that unless you give back to the community, your all success has no meaning to it. And doesn't matter how successful you are as a doctor or as a businessman, really community doesn't care for that. Community only cares for you if you give back to the community, if you are useful to the community. And as in short term in my philanthropic work, I got felicitation because we built 105 primary school in Gujarat.
Wow. Wow.
And 105 school, which is a solid permanent school for mainly for the children of the age 7 and below, 10 and below. And that's a great, also we are empowering the women. So far we empowered 10,000 women. We taught them cottage industries.
Wow.
And so they can be self-sufficient and they can sustain their family. And third thing is I'm one of the founding member of the Global Physician of Indian Origin. We have 1.2 million Indian doctors of first generation outside India. And we put together all these people in the one platform so we can do a lot of philanthropic work. Like during COVID time last year, we sent a lot of help to the India and Indian hospitals. And we train the Indian doctors. And we also do a lot of free camp, surgical camp, eye camps in India. So these are the various philanthropic work I'm continuing. And my media group here is not my business at all. It's philanthropic work because when I turned 60, I asked all the guests who came there. Pramukh Swami was there on the video. Then Sri Sri Ravi Shankar was there. Baba Ramdev was there. All the senators and congressmen, local senators and congressmen were there. And we asked only one question to everyone. That I'm grand benefactor of the Vraj temple. I have helped so many other temples. One of the senior member of the API, American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin. Now we started Global Physician of the Indian Origin, which is umbrella organization, which 56 countries are part of that Global Physician of Indian Origin.
Right.
So now what next? I should do. And everybody say only one thing, that you must empower second generation.
Absolutely.
And in order to empower second generation, you need to have media. And that's why with my own resources, my own finances, without taking any friends' help or investment, I did it myself since last 12 years. And now, whatever you call it, luck or what, but now we are the only media left who has a 24/7 TV channel, which is even partnered with the Doordarshan India. And we have 4 newspaper, weekly newspaper, which comes in a hard copy as well as a digital copy. There is no media left now. So this is my philanthropic work to empower our second generation. If I stop this today, there is nothing for our second generation to learn what is Mother India, what Mother India needs, or what our community needs.
Absolutely.
So I think this is another real philanthropic work which I'm pursuing it.
Absolutely, and you have like billions of viewers out there,
Right,
who love, what you do, who love ITV Gold. So going on a lighter note, I know you are a Bollywood lover, and we had this week iconic actor, director Guru Dutt's 97th birth anniversary. So, any memories of his movies you have?
Yes, he was my most favorite hero because he passed away very young age. I think age of 32, if I'm not wrong. But he has made such a memorable movies before he passed away. Particularly the Pyasa. I think Kagaz Ke Phool was his.
Yes.
And a couple of others. And each one was so touchy, so emotional. So still I keep watching Pyasa so many times because the way he acted, the songs, and the meaning of the movie, story, was unbelievable. I think he is one of the best director after Satyajit Ray in Bollywood in this century.
So do you prefer like new movies also, or no? You just love to watch the old,
No,
golden time.
no, I also prefer new movie because there are so many good new movies are there too. I mean, if you, because I'm a movie buff, even though I have so many practices and so many media and all those things, at least I watch a couple of movies every week.
Wow.
I always get the time. So, I mean, I make sure that I get
You
a time.
watch it, yes.
Because it's a relaxation for me. So, I think, no, certain new movies are very good. And really, actually, new directors are making better movies because they are coming out of the stereotype.
Out of the box.
Out of the
Yes,
box.
yes.
And they are touching all different subjects, including even lesbian LGBT group and
Yes.
other thing, like, because I remember a long time ago, I don't know whose movie was that, but Sabana Azmi and there's another actress, what's her name? They did one movie called Water.
Uh-huh.
I don't know whether you saw that movie. That movie was on this homosexuality that time. This was 25 years ago.
That probably was a taboo then, but
that was very taboo, and movie was
Yes.
banned, and a lot of
Yes.
protests happened. So now you can see that how
things have changed.
When
Yes.
Indian society came a long way.
I'm glad you appreciate all that.
Right.
Because, there is still a lot of, even though we might have moved back from India here, we might have lived here for years and years, but still there is that, some people still have that taboo that, oh, what are they trying to show?
Right.
Yes.
Anyway, so I think even new movies are good, but old movies were much better because there were some good story, there was good songs. Now I think stories are good, songs are less than before, and very few songs are very melodious, which you can
Very few songs are very meaningful, right?
Right.
You know what, Dr. Parekh, it's an honor to talk to you, and I would definitely like to thank you. And if you have any message for the community, please go ahead.
At the end, I would like to, in conclusion, I would like to say that COVID virus is still around. This current variant is very infectious, so be careful. Start wearing the mask, particularly when you are indoor, and start wearing the mask when you are outdoor, when you are in a crowded place. It's because most of the vaccination what we had is not that effective against this virus, this variant. So please be careful, be safe. And after saying that, I would like to wish God bless America, God bless India, God bless Indian American community, and we'll see you next week. Till then, goodbye.
Addison Mayor Sam Joshi on Monday announced that the township received $1.5 million in funding from the 2023 state budget, which will go towards 3 projects. Among the projects is expanding the landmark Thomas Edison Memorial Tower and Museum in the township. At a press conference held Monday morning, Joshi said $1 million will go towards the new recreation center near the Edison Jets turf field. $250,000 will go towards expanding the Edison Memorial Tower and Museum, and the remaining to expand the Middlesex County Jewish Community Center. Let's watch some highlights.
I wish to begin by recognizing some of those in attendance today. We have our great legislative team that represents Edison as part of the 18th Legislative District. First, Senator Patrick Duignan. Assemblyman Robert Karabinchuk. Assemblyman Sterling Stanley. Our former councilman, Lenny Sandelsky. Our current council president, Joseph Coyle. Our council vice president, Joyship Freeman. And Councilman John Pointer. And we have members of we have members of the Thomas Edison Memorial Tower as well, alongside the Edison Tower Corporation. We have leaders of the Middlesex County JCC located here in Edison as well, Adam Glynn. And we have members of our Recreation Department led by Joyce Furcha as well. And most importantly, and most exciting, we have some of our youth sports teams and athletes here. Give a round of applause to all of them for coming out today. In the time that I have served as mayor, I have come to believe that the key to Edison's success is not just in addressing the present, but to also be working to improve the future. My administration has worked hard to do both of those things each and every day. Today is an example of that simultaneous effort. It is fitting that we make this announcement today under our light tower because this is a step towards a brighter future here in Edison Township. When the fiscal year 2023 state budget was recently passed by the state legislature and signed by the governor, I was very excited to see that Edison Township was a recipient of much needed funding. As a councilman and now as a mayor, I have always advocated for our township and fought for everything I believe we deserve. I know the same goes for everyone else up here and behind me. That is why it feels so good to stand here and highlight that Edison has received $1.5 million in state funding for this year's budget. This funding will go towards 3 new projects in our township that will not only improve facilities for our residents, but will also include some of our history and culture. These projects are diverse as Edison itself. They offer a little bit for everyone, and I believe that that is a win-win for all of us. The first part of the funding will go towards the new Edison Youth Sports Recreation Center, which my administration has been a champion of since day one. When I spoke to the various sports organizations in our town, I heard time and again that there was a dire need for better facilities that could allow our young athletes to train year-round and be more competitive. I knew that we needed to make something happen. As you can see by the renderings, this state-of-the-art facility will make Edison the epicenter of youth sports in New Jersey. The new indoor facility will include space for cheerleading, wrestling, basketball, and so much more. All of our youth sports will be able to use this facility year-round. It will also include an upgraded concession stand and will provide an outdoor viewing deck overlooking the football field to give everyone the best viewing experience of our teams like the Edison Jets. You excited? The second part of the funding will go to expanding the Middlesex County JCC located right here in Edison. The expansion of their facility will include a 2-story, 21,000 square foot space that will provide programs for services and adults and seniors, as well as early childhood and special needs programs. This is a wonderful benefit to the residents of all age groups here in Edison. The final part of this funding will go towards something that is part of our history as a town and in the state of New Jersey. The museum over right behind me will be expanded into an area bigger than this is right now. This additional space will allow more customers, more residents to patronize our museum and provide a greater learning experience for all of those who visit. The fact that we are receiving funding to help build upon an educational treasure here in town is truly amazing. Of course, none of this would be possible without the hard work of our state legislators here in Legislative District 18. They are Edison's voice in Trenton, and thanks to their efforts, our voices have been heard. The most important part of my relationship with them is that we all recognize the same thing, that there needs to be a positive partnership between state and local officials. I take tremendous pride in strong relationships that I've built with each of them. I know that they fight for Edison as hard as I do, as hard as all of us do. So on behalf of Edison, I want to say thank you to all of you and the time and effort that you have put into securing this funding, this unprecedented amount of funding. Today is a proud day for Edison. I look forward to seeing each of these new projects come to fruition. Please know that I stand committed, along with everyone here, to continuing to improve the future of Edison every single day. Thank you.
All about. And all of these projects represent that. There's a reason. You drive around Edison Township, everywhere you go, you see houses under construction. A for sale sign goes up, and 2 days later, there's a line of folks looking to move in. There's a reason for that, because Edison Township gets it. And that's because of this leadership that's sitting right here in front of me and led by this mayor, who's one of the best in the state of New Jersey. You are fortunate to have him. I'm going to speak for a second about something that drives me nuts. For those of you that I spoke to previously, you already heard it. We in New Jersey don't celebrate our history the way we should. It's amazing to me that I talk to folks and they don't even know about what's behind me here. When I say to somebody, why do you think we call it Edison Township? Duh, okay? This is what it's all about. Let's celebrate our history. Let's support. Somebody was saying, John was saying previously, remember when there was like a fence around here a few years ago? You're doing the right thing. Congratulations to you on the board. Kathleen, thank you for your advocacy. Lenny's the absolute best. I'm afraid to pick up the phone when he calls. But this is good stuff, and this is what it's all about. And I know this is why Rob and Sterling, people say all the time, how in the world can you be involved in politics? It's so nasty. It's so negative. Just the opposite. You meet more nice people. You do more good things. You have the ability to help more positive causes than anything else. And I'm just proud to be here today. And thank you, Mayor, again for your.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for inviting me here. We're so excited to be hosting this good news today. I just want to say a few things. Visitors come to the Thomas Edison Center came in droves during the 1870s, 1880s when Thomas Edison was here to see what he was up to. Today, visitors are still coming to see what happened here. This is the birthplace of research and development, and it really is the honor of all of us involved in it to make it look as beautiful as it does. Our existing 400 square foot two-room museum contains a wealth of precious artifacts and photographs and phonographs. Each guest receives a personally escorted tour with demonstrations of original items and other Edison-related technologies. And technology is just as exciting and even more so today than it was back then. This is the birthplace of R&D. So really, this is where the modern world really begins. But our knowledgeable docents are limited in their ability to tell the breadth and depth of the Edison story because of these physical space limitations. We actually have to turn away groups, which is heartbreaking, especially for schools. Our current facilities do not do justice to the significant and enduring value of the work of the great inventor and his team. The site is deserving of a center which can more appropriately honor the legacy of the wizard of Menlo Park and his men, the Menlo Park pioneers. So thank you so much for this beginning, and we hope to continue and to grow. This is a beautiful 36-acre state park, and it's deserving of so much more. Thank you very much.
Despite that, I'm going to take as much time as I want, but I want to thank the mayor for your advocacy and your commitment to enhancing all of the programs and services in this community. As Assemblyman Karabinchuk said, not only for today, but for 5 years and 10 years, and for the next generations. We talk about the jewels of this community. Right behind me are young people and the JCC and community campus. We are fortunate in this community to have some real jewels and assets among us. We are uniquely fortunate in a very challenging time to have public servants who don't simply hold positions, but truly are committed to our community, who advocate, who put their boots on the ground, and who take the time to become friends and supporters of all of our community programs. And I speak of none other than Senator Deignan, Assemblyman Karabinchuk, Assemblyman Stanley. We are truly fortunate to have your public service. And so thank you for that. Thank you on behalf of the JCC for your advocacy and for your friendship. It is personally appreciated. And to Council President Coyle, Council Vice President Chip Freeman, Councilman Pointer, thank you not only for being here, but you also. This is a unique time in this community when we have a group of public servants who are truly committed to what is right and not just to what is expedient. So thank you so much for your commitment to this point and for the commitment I know you will continue to provide when I call on you on a regular basis. You heard the mayor talk briefly about the JCC project. This is really a transformative project for our community campus. This project will add much needed enhanced spaces for the most vulnerable in our communities, those being our seniors, people with disabilities, people on fixed incomes, as well as for our early childhood and special needs programs. We do our best when we do what we do for the least among us, for the most vulnerable among us. And that is the aim of this project. It will benefit the entire campus, the entire community, but it will reinforce the major tenet of the JCC in our campus, and that is something in Hebrew we call tikkun olam, which means repair of the world. We all have a responsibility to work on behalf of those most in need. We have a responsibility to do beyond ourselves, and with this project, we will continue that responsibility. So again, thank you to our legislative leaders, our friends. I truly mean that. Congratulations to Edison Sports and to the Edison Center, and thank you all for being here.
It's great to see our youth here today. You know, it wasn't too many years ago that our mayor, not too much older than you guys, started out in politics. So we know that. So you guys might have a future in politics too, but sports is great. Sports builds character. My daughter came up in the Edison Angels, and she's a great leader today. So just remember that, guys. I'd like to thank Mayor Joshi, Senator Deignan, Assemblyman Karabinchak, Assemblyman Sterling Stanley for supporting the expansion of the Thomas Edison Center at Menlo Park. It's great leaders like here that we have that get projects like this done. Thousands of people from all over the United States and other countries visit this museum every year. This check for $250,000 will enable us to kick off our fundraising campaign for the new museum. We also have some commitments from some major corporate sponsors that we'll be announcing at a later date. This expansion will allow us to display some of the many forward-thinking inventions of the Wizard of Menlo Park at this new museum. We're particularly excited to have this new facility become an incubation think tank for future innovation in this state. Some of the many community programs that we sponsor are the second grade Shining a Light on Edison program, the Boy Scouts, Terra Nova Garden Club, scholarships for our seniors, and many others, always giving back to our community at large. Once again, on behalf of our board, I'd like to thank all of you for securing these funds for this very important project. Thank you.
Inspired by Guru Hari Prasad Swamiji, Haridham Mandir is the first temple outside of India that was built from the ground up and features majestic wood carvings, intricate designs, and is crowned with several shikhars. Haridham Mandir, which will undoubtedly be a sanctuary of peace, happiness, and spiritual enlightenment for countless individuals for years to come. This year on July 9th, 2022, to celebrate the inauguration of the mandir, devotees got the opportunity to do pujan of the divine murtis at the Haridham Mandir Patotsav. Take a look.
उत्तिष्ठ तिष्ठ हे नाथ स्वामी नारायण प्रभु धर्म सुनो दया सिंधु सर्वेषां संसदा कुरु भो भव श्री स्वामिनारायण परमात्मने नमः आयामि आसे
આઈટીવીના માધ્યમથી સાધુ ગુરુપ્રસાદ દાસના યોગી ડિવાઇન સોસાયટી વતી અંતરના જય શ્રી સ્વામિનારાયણ. આજે ત્રીજો પાટોત્સવ પારસીપની મંદિરે ખૂબ ભક્તિપૂર્ણ હૃદયથી ઉજવાઈ રહ્યો છે. ખૂબ ભક્તિપૂર્ણ હૃદયથી મહાપૂજા થઈ છે અને વર્ષમાં એક દિવસ સૌ ભક્તોને ઠાકોરજીના ચરણારવિંદ સુધી પૂજન કરવાનું સદભાગ્ય મળે છે. તો ભગવાનના શ્રીચરણો પ્રાર્થના કરીએ કે સૌ ભૂલકાઓને સાચા અથવા નિમિત્ત બનાવજો. મધ્ય 28-27 પ્રમાણે સેવા ભક્તિને કરાવીને દેહ અને ઘરને મંદિર બનાવો એવી આપણા શ્રીચરણો પ્રાર્થના. અને આઈટીવીના માધ્યમથી ફરી એક વખત 13 તારીખે ગુરુ પૂર્ણિમાના મંગલકારી શુભ દિવસે સાંજે આપ સૌને રોયલ આલ્બર્ટ પેલેસમાં પધારવા માટે ગુરુ પૂર્ણિમાનું ભાવભીનું આમંત્રણ છે. સૌને અંતરના જય સ્વામિનારાયણ.
On July 9th, at the prestigious Carnegie Hall, New York City, Arangetram and Bharatnatyam, Kuchipudi and Mohiniyattam was performed by Nidhi Lara and Krupa Patel, students of Guru Beena Menon, Kalashri School of Arts, Parsippany, New Jersey. This history-making event requires several years of training, dedication, determination, and devotion to present this debut performance, and this is the first time a program of such high caliber was featured at this esteemed New York City location. Let's watch some highlights.
Well, I'm Dr. Sudhir Parekh. I would like to congratulate Jugan Lada and Mrs. Lada for the great achievement for their daughter Nidhi. Congratulations to Nidhi for excellent graduation in the Arangatra from the excellent number one Natya school of the New York area. That's Bina Menon's school. So congratulations again, and wish you all the best, and just achieve much more and more like this. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Sudha Parikh, and I would like to congratulate Nidhi for this good, excellent performance, dance performance.
On this occasion of Nidhi's Arangetram and Krupa's Arangetram in Bharatanatyam, Mohiniyattam and Kuchipudi. This is the first ever Arangetram at the prestigious Carnegie Hall, and it's the history that has been made, which was acknowledged by the mayor of the New York City. He has sent his blessings and regards to us in the form of his certification, and he has recognized this event to go into the history. Again, thank you so much, ITV. Thank you.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट बीना मेनन जी, गुरुजी, जिन्होंने इन दोनों बच्ची हैं, एक तो जो राजस्थान से है निधि लड्डा, एंड दूसरी बिटिया जो कृपा पटेल. आज जब मैंने ये उनकी प्रस्तुति देखी है तो मैं दावे के साथ कह सकता हूँ कि भारतीय संस्कृति न्यूयॉर्क में किस तरह जीवंत हुई है. इसके लिए आप लोगों को भी, आप पेरेंट्स हैं, आप लोगों को भी साधुवाद, आप सभी को साधुवाद. वंस अगेन कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस टू ऑल. आप देखिए, इस कार्यक्रम से मुझे जोड़ा अल्बर्ट जस्सानी साहब ने, राजीव भामरी साहब ने, और आज मैं यहाँ आकर बड़ा अपने गौरवान्वित महसूस कर रहा हूँ कि मैं इस कार्यक्रम का हिस्सा बना. थैंक यू.
The girls is the great in our first thing. Let me tell you, our culture is very old culture, and people don't know. Even American people don't know. And American people should know, and they should be very interesting. And they should, once they will know what is this dance all about, they'll be very happy. And good luck and congratulations, Gujal Saab and Bina Menon. हमारे तो 30 years she's been doing practice over our place. So anything we did, whatever you can, thanks to Bhandari Saab, he did lot of things. GTV, Sudhir Parekh, अपन के अच्छे community के leader है, and they do anything for the community. Thanks to everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jugal Bhai, and thank you to the Ladda family for having us all here. A hearty congratulations to Nidhi for an amazing achievement. What a beautiful performance. It's not easy. When you have the dedication like this, that's when you really shine. It was an outstanding program. First in history in Carnegie Mellon, Arangetram happened. And as Albert Bhai said, lots of Indian culture need to go in front, and they all need to know. The larger community in America should know that. And this is the first step. So hearty congratulations and good luck.
Congratulations to Nidhi and Kripa Patel ji. Parents have done a lot of work on this. So is Bina Menon ji, Kalashiri se. She is have done a wonderful job, and kids have performed wonderfully. So congratulations.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has encouraged India to dream big and has shown the world that dreams can be achieved if pursued with determination and persistence, said Taranjeet Singh Sandhu, Indian ambassador to the US, at the international launch of two books, Heartfelt, The Legacy of Faith, and Modi at 20, Dreams Meet Delivery, on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's role in providing governance to the Sikh community at Vishwa Sadbhavna event hosted by NID Foundation, Dr. Bharat Barai and Dr. Darshan Singh Dhaliwal in Chicago. This is first such event to be held offshore. The Vishwa Sadbhavna was the latest in the series of such events organized by the NID Foundation. Eminent people from US and Indian diaspora attended this event. Let's take a look.
I am here with Senator Ron Johnson, who just attended the event Vishwa Sadbhavna. Sir, how was the event?
I found it very interesting. Again, I believe it's extremely important for America and India to have very strong relationships, and this is one of the ways to strengthen and build that relationship.
And your views about the leadership that we have and the governance that we have under Prime Minister Modi. He has transformed India and the perspective of all the NRIs as well. What is your take and what are your thoughts on his leadership?
Well, democracy is difficult in any situation. So, again, I appreciate any leader of a Democrat Party, democratic nation that is embracing freedom and is doing everything they can to provide prosperity and safety and security for their people.
You know, Prachi, it was my honor when the Prime Minister asked me to write a chapter about a relationship with diaspora and what effect his visits to United States has created both among diaspora as well as among the congressmen and senators. So it was an honor and I did my best. I have known the Prime Minister for almost 30 years since he was a BJP Karyakarta and we used to host him at our house. And since then, when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, and then when he became the Prime Minister, it was an honor when he asked me to coordinate and host Madison Square Garden program. It was the first time our venture involving 25,000 people. Learned a lot, and a lot of volunteers in New York, New Jersey, and all over country helped tremendously, and it became a great program. This program, when I met Himani and Satnam Singh in Delhi, we thought that we should do this program to launch first this Sadbhavna book, which they had written, and then I thought, why don't we also launch Modi at 20 book along with it? And I think a lot of people helped, starting from Darshan Singh, the committee members, the volunteers, and of course the team in Chandigarh, Satnam Singh, Himani, Minal Lal, and other people. And our volunteers in Chicago area, I think it worked out very well.
All right, first of all, namaste Chicago. I never thought America could be so warm. And believe you me, there's been warmth exuberating from every side ever since I've landed here. Maybe it's Modi magic which is working here in Chicago too for us. So, I wanted to talk about Modi ji here. Modi ji is one world leader who's got India shining, who's infused pride in each Indian who's alive today. And believe you me, it is the best golden era for every Indian. And just as a part of our bit, we wrote about the contribution of the Honorable Prime Minister towards Sikhism, towards Sikhi. He's one of the most secular leaders that India could ever have, and his contribution to all the minorities has been extremely significant. We are so fortunate that we have people like Dr. Bharat Bharai who've supported us in this cause right from the word go. And believe you me, Chicago, the international beginning of this book, these two books, worldwide that we are doing, couldn't have been better. So thank you, Chicago, for everything, and may we all keep doing it in future. Thank you.
Welcome to Chicago. One quick question. I know you have traveled the whole world. What is your impression of New India, and that has
New India is what has been the dream of many, many millions of Indians. So we are so happy that the changes that we have been waiting and a leadership that has been waited in India for so long is finally there with us. Our Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji has practically shown us, what is possible.
And events like Vishwa Sadbhavna, your message to events like that.
More such events should happen to educate our population about the good work that has been done.
Please, हमारे दर्शकों के लिए a few words.
सबसे पहले तो मेरी खुशनसीबी है इतने अहम फंक्शन का हिस्सा बना। सारे आपके व्यूवर्स को जो हमारे दिल में बसते हैं लेकिन हज़ारों दूर बसते हैं, कहते थोड़ी देर से आया हूँ, कहते तो पहले तो था थोड़ी दूर से आया हूँ, देर से आया हूँ, प्यार का संदेशा लाया हूँ। तो हमारे प्रिय प्रधानमंत्री जी, उनके बारे में 2 बुक्स छपी है, एक चांसलर साहब मिस्टर संधू ने लिखी है, एक किसी और, बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। तो उसका रिलीजिंग फंक्शन पे मैं हाज़िर हुआ था। तो सिरसा साहब तशरीफ़ फरमा है, सुखी चाहल और डिगेंट्रीज कमाल, बहुत ग्रेसफुल फंक्शन था।
देखिए, भारत में सिखों का बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है। गुरु नानक देव जी से लेके हमारे गुरुओं ने भारत की, देश की एकता अखंडता के लिए कुर्बानियाँ भी दी, शहादतें दी, और उसके बाद आज़ादी के संघर्ष में सिखों का बहुत बड़ा रोल है। लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली आज़ादी के बाद सिखों को ड्यू रिगार्ड जो मिलना चाहिए था, रिस्पेक्ट चाहिए थी, वो नहीं मिला। और फॉर्चुनेटली जब से 2014 से मोदी जी ने लीड किया देश को, तब से लेके सिखों के जितने भी पेंडिंग इश्यूज थे उस पे एक एक पे काम किया गया और सभी का सलूशन किया गया। और मुझे, जब हम रिसर्च कर रहे थे पिछले उनके टेन्योर की, तो उसमें हमने पाया कि महाराजा रणजीत सिंह के बाद सिखों के लिए सबसे हिस्टोरिकल जो डिसीजन हुए हैं वो नरेंद्र मोदी जी द्वारा लिए गए। आज 2 बुक लॉन्च की गई हैं शिकागो में, जिसमें एक उनकी गवर्नेंस के ऊपर है प्रधानमंत्री जी की, दूसरी सिखों के लिए जो काम किए गए हैं, और विश्व सद्भावना के बैनर के नीचे ये प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया है। यूएस के प्रोग्राम के बाद न्यूजीलैंड में करवाया जाएगा, और इसके बाद ऑस्ट्रेलिया में सेम विश्व सद्भावना का जो एक मैसेज है हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर का।
And that's a wrap on Vision of Asia tonight. Send us your suggestions and community news that you would like us to cover for our print and television coverage at events@itvgold.com. Follow us on our Facebook handle at ITVGold. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and pick up a free copy of Desi Talk if you're in the tri-state area or in the Chicago area for community news, entertainment, and events in US and India. You can also read the News India Times newspaper online at www.newsindiatimes.com or subscribe to the hard copy by calling 212-675-7515. This is Pia Jyoti Kachru signing off.